Ring, ring hello? Ah, you're saying the internet isn't working right now? Ah, yes. And you want me to come and fix it within 5 minutes? Okay, understood. I'll do my best. On another day, my printer has been acting strangely since you checked it last time. Isn't it all your fault? Good heavens. All sorts of things really happen at maintenance sites. Various situations unfold that are sometimes nerve-wracking, and sometimes laugh out loud funny. Our maintenance engineers must not only solve technical problems, but also play a critical role in mediating between the customer's emotions and their urgent technical requirements. Today, to relieve some stress and perhaps share a few knowing glances, I'm going to classify the 7 types of complaints frequently encountered in maintenance sites in a very entertaining and in-depth manner, much like an engaging entertainment show. If, while listening to this story, any of you watching this video think, hey, that's definitely my story, we love you, customers. It would be truly wonderful if you could kindly smile, perhaps even chuckle, and empathize with us, understanding the unique challenges we face daily. We would be truly grateful if you could understand our difficulties, even just a little, recognizing the human effort behind every fix. So, without further ado, shall we take an in-depth look at the first type? Ta-da! The first is the ultra-fast civil complaint request type. This type of customer, with an admirable, yet sometimes unrealistic sense of urgency, wants all their problems to be solved magically, in a very quick and swift manner, almost as if they were ordering a hamburger at a fast food restaurant. Instant gratification expected. A typical specific example, often delivered with an urgent and forceful tone, is a demand such as, come and fix it right now. If it's not resolved within 5 minutes, our company's operations could be completely paralyzed, leading to catastrophic losses. In reality, despite the clear and undeniable existence of realistic constraints such as the physical travel time required to reach the customer's location, the detailed analysis time needed to accurately diagnose the problem on site, and the precise technical work time needed to actually solve it and ensure its stability, there are frequently instances where clients strongly demand immediate solutions, as if our engineers were superheroes, equipped with instantaneous teleportation abilities. It genuinely seems that the time it takes for a technician to travel to the site, often battling traffic or geographical distances, as well as the entire meticulous process required to thoroughly identify the root cause of the malfunction, meticulously procure any necessary replacement parts, and then carry out the actual repair with precision and care, are often of no concern whatsoever to the customer in their moment of perceived crisis. Occasionally, a high-ranking client executive might state that they are about to leave for an extremely important meeting, perhaps a make-or-break presentation, and insists that the problem, whether it's a flickering screen or a network outage, must be resolved at all costs before their departure, regardless of the complexity. Or, there are also stressful cases where people panic because the projector suddenly stops working, just as a very important presentation or a high-stakes meeting is about to commence, creating an atmosphere of intense pressure. We maintenance engineers fully understand your urgency. In fact, we share it and would absolutely love to get to you as quickly as humanly possible. But unfortunately, the teleportation ability, as much as we wish for it, has not yet been developed for us, dear customer. We would sincerely appreciate your understanding that we are always striving to be as fast as humanly and technically possible, deploying all available resources efficiently. Your patience, even for a moment, allows us to provide a more thorough and lasting solution. Next up, let's delve into the second type, which we affectionately or sometimes exasperatedly call the cause-all type. This type of customer, often with a firm conviction, unconditionally blames us for all kinds of problems that mysteriously occur, or so they perceive, after our maintenance technician has paid a visit. For example, a common accusation might be, "You messed with all the wires. Ever since you touched my system, nothing has been working properly. Before you came, everything was fine, and now my entire network is down. My coffee machine is sparking, and my pet goldfish seems sluggish." Such complaints often arise from a misunderstanding of how interconnected systems work, or perhaps a slight memory lapse regarding pre-existing issues. The customer might genuinely believe that our intervention, even if successful in its primary objective, somehow created a cascade of unrelated problems. It requires a delicate balance of technical explanation and empathetic reassurance to navigate these situations. We often find ourselves meticulously documenting every step, every wire touched, and every setting adjusted, not just for our records, but to provide clear evidence that our work was isolated and responsible. It's a continuous challenge to educate customers, gently explaining that sometimes what seems like a new problem is either a pre-existing condition that only became noticeable after a core issue was fixed, or an entirely separate incident. The key here is not just fixing the immediate issue, but also managing expectations and building trust, ensuring they understand the scope of our work. It can feel like playing detective, meticulously tracing symptoms back to their actual origins, which are frequently completely unrelated to our prior service call. This type of interaction tests our diagnostic skills, our patience, and our ability to communicate complex technical details in an understandable, non-condescending manner. The goal is always to resolve the current issue, while simultaneously dispelling any unfounded blame, fostering a more constructive relationship for future interactions. Our engineers are trained to approach these situations with calm professionalism, carefully examining the new complaints and objectively determining their true cause. This often involves rechecking systems, running new diagnostics, and sometimes, humorously, even confirming the health of the goldfish. Though that's usually outside our service agreement, the ultimate aim is customer satisfaction, achieved through both technical excellence and clear, honest communication. Every technician becomes a part-time diplomat and educator in these instances, ensuring that the customer feels heard and understood, even when their conclusions about causality are misplaced. We believe in transparency and thoroughly explaining our findings, aiming to turn skepticism into understanding, and ultimately, a renewed trust in our services. It's a fundamental aspect of maintaining not just their equipment, but also our professional reputation. So, while we may not have caused the new issue, we certainly strive to resolve it, or guide the customer towards the correct solution, always with a professional and helpful attitude. This dedication often transforms a potentially confrontational situation into an opportunity to reinforce customer loyalty and demonstrate our unwavering commitment to comprehensive support.